This is the WINOL Radio News Update. In the headlines today, drastic and dangerous, controversial plans to cut Winchester's firefighters are hotly debated. Winchester's new graduates celebrate success, among them a surprise special guest. And it's all smiles for Eastleigh's new manager. It's simple, less firefighters, more danger. That's the message from Hampshire's Brigade Union as they slam Hampshire's Fire and Rescue's new proposals to reduce the number of firefighters in Winchester. They're concerned about new proposals from the Hampshire Fire and Rescue Service, who held their first meeting last week to outline plans changing the way they tackle emergencies in the country. Our reporter, Brooke Perriam, has the details.
Hampshire's Fire and Rescue Service has been fighting fires for years. Now they are fighting cuts coming their way. In light of the slashes to its budget, the authority has put together a number of proposals to save money, including cuts to on-call firefighters in Winchester. The Fire and Rescue Service has been drawing up these suggestions for 18 months, but Gary Jackson of the Fire Brigade Union says what they are suggesting is simply not safe.
We've got great concerns over the proposals. Whilst we've been involved in the process up to now, we've come to a point where we differ immensely on what we believe the answer to be. It's simple maths, is less money, less firefighters, more danger.
In the face of a £16 million gap in government funding, the service has put together recommendations such as reducing the number of firefighters, increasing the emergency response time, and replacing fire engines with smaller response vehicles.
In terms of financial challenge,
the proposals are only at consultation stage and public opinion is crucial, fire chiefs say. But Deputy Chief Neil Odin highlighted that should they go through, the authorities' priorities remain the same.
Our overall numbers of firefighters will reduce because we've got financial savings to make. We know we can do that safely. We know that we can do that efficiently. These changes aren't about cuts. They're about changing and adapting to our new financial envelope. We have a priority. First of all is making sure our firefighters are safe, make sure the community is safe, and make sure we fit our financial envelope in that order.
The consultations will continue until early next year, when the future of Hampshire Fire and Rescue could be decided. Until then, the authority is urging members of the public to put their thoughts across in meetings happening throughout the next few months.
The University of Winchester is welcoming back its former students this week for a series of graduation ceremonies. Olivia Martin was there to catch the tears and laughter for what's been an emotional event.
Tossing hats and flailing capes, I'm here at the University of Winchester's graduation ceremony, where almost 2,000 students will receive their degrees this week. The cathedral's organs boomed to open the ceremony, which began with a procession joined by gardening guru Alan Titchmarsh, the university's new chancellor. I spoke to a handful of the university's students about their special day.
We're just exhilarated and so pleased that we've got through the whole 2 years of tons of paper.
Well, congratulations. How are you celebrating tonight?
We're going to Raymond Blanc later.
Oh,
a bit
well
of
done you.
champagne, my friends. And we're now teachers, so we're going to be educating the world now.
Or trying to. Yeah, trying.
It's worth it, do
Yeah,
it,
just
but
hang in there.
you will get through the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Hang in there,
It's hard
just
work,
keep
but
going,
it's
keep
worth
going.
it.
Yeah, I feel quite proud. Yeah, it's a good achievement. I was hoping I would get a first actually. I only got a 2-1, so it's I'm slightly still bitter about that. But no, it's a really nice day, and it's good to catch up with people that I haven't seen and everything. And it's good to have a degree now. At the age of 25 is quite nice.
Many notable figures received honorary doctorates from the university, including author of Watership Down and Sally Taylor of BBC Self Today.
Thank you very much, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly of all, our stars who are here today, our graduates. I hope you enjoy your day, because you deserve it.
Our reporter, Laura Harding, caught up with the presenter after the ceremony.
I'm very honoured and I do. I was quite surprised, I have to say, to receive it. So to be with all the sort of graduates today has been fabulous. I can in some way help others. That's the important part of it. It's not about me benefiting my career. I think it's about me helping others and perhaps to achieve what I've managed to achieve, which would make me very happy.
Proud students poured out of the historic cathedral to the sound of drums and applause. I caught up with ex-WINOL student Zina Al-Abaidi about her experience of the day.
It's a really proud day for all the hard work that I've put in, and today has really made me feel happy about my accomplishments. Keep pushing, because once you reach graduation, you'll have no regrets.
Ceremonies will continue throughout the week as graduates from all courses receive their certificates. Olivia Martin for Winchester News Online.
Hundreds of women in Hampshire continue to smoke during pregnancy, despite it being extremely harmful for their babies. New figures reveal that Southampton and Portsmouth are particularly bad. Amy Caitlin crunches the numbers.
Nationally, about 70,000 women smoke during pregnancy. Smoking during pregnancy is believed to cause more than 2,000 premature births, 5,000 miscarriages, and 300 stillbirths each year in the UK. In the first quarter of 2015 to 2016, there were 864 pregnancies in Southampton. 15% of women were smokers. In Portsmouth, 14% of women smoked. The cities were well above the national average of 11%. Campaigners such as Smoking Pregnancy Challenge Group want this figure cut by more than half by 2020.
The number of people prosecuted for using their phones while driving has halved in the last 5 years. But research has shown that the number of people still using their phones behind the wheel has stayed the same. And the RAC warns that with fewer police patrolling the roads, it's getting harder to catch those that break the law. They say mobile phone use contributed to nearly 500 road accidents in the UK last year, with motorists using their phones to talk, text and browse the internet. The RAC say that because of budget cuts, the government needs to look at new ways to enforce the law and raise awareness. Portsmouth City Council's decision to close its doors on refugees has left some people disappointed. The council recently decided to write to the Home Secretary asking to be taken off the list of cities for asylum seekers. The British Red Cross are unhappy with the decision. Portsmouth City Council say that they are working on plans to help refugees in other ways. Winchester is one of the most expensive places to live in the country, but there's a large number of residents in the city who are earning less than the so-called living wage. Afzal Sunra spoke to one of those trying to make ends meet.
People in Winchester will be counting their pennies as statistics have shown that more than 1 in 10 jobs are being paid below the living wage. One of those people is Felix, who earns under £4 an hour as an apprentice.
And I know the fact that the next 5 years I'm not going to get to the point where I'm above the living wage. I'm going to have to work full time. I'm not even going to get there for about a good while. I'll have no chance to be able to afford to live in Winchester. It kind of makes me feel a bit rubbish that I'm going to have to move away. I'm going to have to move somewhere else that's obviously a lot cheaper, because there's just no way for at least 20 years I'd ever be able to afford to live in Winchester.
And it's not just residents who are worried. Unison representative Dave Anderson has also expressed his concerns.
In a county such as Hampshire, that is an absolute scandal. And particularly Winchester. How is anyone, young people or anybody else, supposed to try and get on the housing ladder for the first time, particularly in Winchester? And if you're not being paid the living wage, then you don't stand a hope in hell.
The new voluntary living wage rate will be announced the next month. Afzal Sunra, Winchester News Online.
And now joining me in the studio is sports editor Intisar Ali for the weekly sport update.
Yeah, hi. Eastleigh have finally announced who the new manager is. Chris Todd is a former Swansea City defender and came to Eastleigh in 2013 as a player. 2 years later, he has become the new manager for the club. Also, Winchester City played Banbury United on Saturday. The Winchester team that has been in the bottom of the league finally won a strong 4-0 victory against Banbury. And for our amazing box results, please log into winol.co.uk to see how our on-campus sports are doing. And for other sports, also log in to winol.co.uk. Over to you, Lauren.
So, joining me now in the studio is features editor Ryan McAndrew and health writer Becky Herbert to talk about what we should expect from features this week. So, graduation has been a big topic of the week, so what have you got for us, Ryan?
Well, this week, myself and Holly Broughton, our fashion writer, headed down to the graduation ceremony, and I've got just some general shots that you'll be able to see in the bulletin. So if you were a graduate this year, you might see yourself throwing that hat in the air with celebration. But Holly Broughton went down and she has got #GradFash. So she's looking at the best things to wear at graduation.
Let's get that trending then.
Let's get that trending.
And now most of us probably are, and I am definitely suffering from the horrendous common cold, as you may hear, which is lovely. So Becky, please help me get rid of this cold.
So this week I've been on a quest to find out if these remedies at home sort of things you can do for yourself actually work. So I've done about 3 different variant types, all free, cheap, don't have to pay for anything. But so just see how it works. So it was really interesting to see whether or not they actually have an effect on you. October's the flu season, so everyone's very cold. I can hear in your voice, Lauren, you're not 100%
Thank you.
health right now, but no, yes, just stay tuned and I'll show you how to prevent that common cold.
I'll definitely be checking that one out. So Ron, what else can we expect from features this week?
Well, today being October the 21st, 2015, is the day that Doc Martin and Martin McFly travelled to the future. So you and I will be taking you through a review of the 3 films and looking at what we don't have that the directors and writers expected us to have technology-wise these days. We've also got some makeup tips from Therese. She's taking you through the expert makeup tips that are cheap and easy to do at home. And then we've also got the 11 and 10 games of Christmas. So Vince Gillette is taking us through the 12 games of Christmas that you can buy for any gamer.
So you can see all of those features along with more award-winning news and sport at winol.co.uk. And Olivia Martin will be taking you through the news next week. That's all from me today. Goodbye.